I hate losing, and I'm extremely disappointed. That's not how I wanted this thing to go. It went that way. In my mind, we went right on our game plan to start the game for the first half. I'm not exactly sure why we strayed from it in the second, but they woke up a little bit, right? They're a good team, of course, but I just felt like the detail. We lost the details. Maybe fatigue, maybe the moment. You feel the moment, right? It's the lead is fleeting. But what I tried to tell them, I think it was 43-43, and there was a timeout. I said, look, when I woke up this morning, this is what I expected. I didn't expect – we're not going to beat that team by 30 points. You're crazy. That's an NCAA tournament team. The team should be ranked, everyone. So I didn't think – I thought we would win the game, but I didn't think it would be by what the first half margin was. So I also didn't think they could turn it on like they did in the second half. I mean, you lose 47-16. That's a butt whooping. So for me, yeah, it is what it is, and we got to get better. We got to figure out who we are down the stretch of a game, and that's a lot of me. But they got to own that moment too. So,
Coach, with the defense playing so composed, what it seemed like in the first half, what were the biggest differences you saw defensively coming into the second, especially when shots started to fall and they kind of woke up?
Well, just a couple details. I think your focus lacks a little bit. In the first half, our game plan worked, I don't want to say luckily, but we were giving them some open shots on purpose, right? And they didn't hit any of them, right? Also, Garcia goes down with what knee or whatever she had like early in the game, so it puts her out more. So she was the one I was worried about the whole time. But you think about the first half, and I don't have the first half stats, but Lockett's 0 for 8. Wired is 0 for 6, 0 for 5. I don't know exactly. And Garcia was like 1 for 10. And it was like, okay, this is going to work. And they woke up, of course. But I was just a little disappointed with what happened. Like, we planned for them to wake up. We thought they were going to wake up. And you got to push back, right? And I thought the moment it became less of a fight to get through screens, which is a big thing, right? They're running around the whole defensive possession. I thought that zone bought us a little bit of time, but in the end, you can't escape what you have to do and the discipline it takes to do it. And whether that's through fatigue or through focus or through, I don't know, anxiousness or whatever it was, we didn't execute our game plan in the second half nearly. Now, they woke up, so let's say they score 35. But the extra 12 is on us, right? They hit some shots, good for them. The extra 12 is on us. And this game, man, it's 4 possessions. We decide to score or we decide to get stops. I think it's a different result. But it wasn't, so.
It seemed like in the first half, the offense was kind of clicking and getting shots that they wanted. How did you see that change kind of in the second half where it was kind of harder to get open shots and kind of create offense?
I didn't think it got harder. I really didn't. I thought we missed some open shots. I mean, I don't work like LeBron James here. Right? I don't remember every single possession, but down the stretch, it's like we got it to Susha. I thought she had some good opportunities, came up empty. We got P back-to-back open threes. I thought, like, great shots, right? And it's like, came up empty. I thought we turned the ball over way too much. That'd be my biggest critique. I mean, 18 times, 10 in the second half. I thought we were that's where I thought, did we get nervous? Because we were doing things, it's like, that's not what we do. That's a weird pass. Why are you throwing that pass? So, more of that, but I didn't think the shot selection was bad. I thought we didn't make shots, but it's no excuse why you lose a game. That's why you play defense, because there's going to be a time you don't make shots, and that holds them down, right? They score 47. It's crazy. That makes me want to throw up. To me, that's like so. When we were at halftime, it was like we have 33. We don't have 40. We don't have 45. It's like they're holding us weight too, and I just thought we played really well in the first half, and totally different in the second. It's crazy. I mean, I didn't think the game would go like that. If you told me we were going to lose by 11, I might be like, okay, it makes sense. But like, I didn't think it'd go like this. Bizarre.
It's 2 of the past 3 games now. You go back to last year, and granted, you're playing against really, really good teams, and you're putting them on the foul line late, but it's twice where you have a 16-point lead or more and you lose by double digits. Is that in danger of kind of becoming a thing with this group? Or
Shades totally different. Like, totally different. I hear your pattern, but like, it's a totally different team, right? And so like, it wasn't even we turned over once against the press. Like, it's a totally different team. And it's like, I hate even saying her name right now because she's gone and best of luck. But like, I don't think the same result happens if you have Kiki Jefferson for this game or you have Caroline Germont for this game, in the sense that like Kiki's been in these moments a lot, right? This team, they haven't been in this moment without her in that sense, right? So it's just a totally different thing, and a totally different way to lose the game than Ohio State, right? Ohio State, they put the pressure on us, man. I thought we wilted. This was like, I don't think it wasn't like pressure from them. It was like, we don't know who we are yet. That's more of what I got out of it. Is that, down the stretch, man, it was always in her hands. It's always in Kiki's hands. And now it's in Jamia's hands, right? Or Liv, or trying to get Pia shot off the ball. I mean, you're not wrong to recognize the pattern. I just think it's like, that's like last chapter. I'm like, new chapter. Now, if this happens again 2 out of the next 3 games, let's talk about it. But I don't think yet. I'm not buying it just yet.
Just kind of bouncing off Shane's question, just how do you use this game kind of as like a learning experience in terms of trying to find that player or that play when you guys need a shot to stop the bleeding, considering 2 contributors from last year aren't here anymore?
Yeah, I just think they got to step up, man. And it's and I think it's a lot to put on your shoulders, right? And we've had players that have done it, and it's a lot. I remember Dawn Evans was always like, she felt the pressure of it every game, that if she didn't score 25, right, we were going to lose. And like having that pressure, I think like you got to feel it and understand your role for us. If you're Susha, if you're Peyton, if you're Jamia, right? And as we go, I think there's going to be moments where you step into that spotlight. And I don't think any of them are afraid of it. I just think it's different. And I think it's going to be a learning curve. And so, man, it's a tough thing, and I hate saying it, but like we lost to Maine last year, 60-58, and we didn't know who we were last year, right? And then you end up going on a run, and you start figuring out who you are, right? And you start figuring out who you are, and you end up playing pretty well down the stretch. It's gonna take some time for us. I really would like to have it take time, and we can still win some games in the meantime. But hey, man, whatever it takes what it takes.
Did you kind of feel from the group that it was kind of, in a sense that like the team felt motivated to kind of get past this loss, or did you feel kind of the team was kind of down, if that makes sense, just kind of moving forward in terms of even going on the road on Saturday?
I don't know. We were brief in there because what I try to do after a game is like, I'm not kicking a trash can or something like that. I think I find more regret in that than anything. Like, let's watch it. Let's learn from it. And this is we got 30 games left before the postseason. So, I'm sorry, 29. But, like, one at a time. And let's see what mistakes we made. Let's see what deficiencies we have, and let's fix it. It's more of a, like, I'm just uber competitive. So, yeah, I want to flip this table over, really. But, like, in the end, it's a long-term build. And I think that's what we will get to as a group. I don't know how they feel right now. I think some are pissed and some are fine. Like, I think some of them have the grander scheme understanding too. So, well, I don't know.